I walked out, and one of the girls said to me, she says, "Oh, was that a good movie?" And I had to go, "Well,
Eclipse Dine-In Cinemas Bundoran. Now serving pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, and more to your seat. Find out more at Eclipse Cinemas. Well, we say it every Thursday. It's what Thursdays were made for. We join our man at the movies, Collie McFadden, direct online on Zoom from Eclipse Cinemas in Bundoran. Right, I heard this. The sun is absolutely splitting stones up there today.
well, it's warming up certainly, and it's hard to see the sun because we can't see past all the slightly inebriated but very nice German, Dutch, and people from all over the world who are up around here for Rory Gallagher Fest. Of course, this weekend
Yes.
it's so obvious when you're going. And I was thinking that as I was driving past, I was going, when Rory wrote "Tattooed Lady," maybe she was unusual in being tattooed, but not in Bundoran in 2024,
Oh,
and certainly not this weekend. So the weather's on its way. There's music everywhere, and we have a few new movies to talk about as well.
you do indeed. And I thought all the horror movies were finished. Like you said, the summer's coming and no more horror now, Shamie. It's grand. But you're back with a brand new movie, Sting.
Yeah, well, there's horror and there's horror. There's horrors we show in the winter, which are all dark and creepy and so on. And this one is too, but there is kind of more of a
Tongue in
Hollywood
cheek.
popcorny blockbuster about it. It's the story of this young girl. Look, the movie starts with there's a comet reported to somebody has spotted a comet and seemed to be things coming out of the comet. Never a good start in one of these movies. And then this young girl finds a little pet spider. And everyone goes, "Oh, that's weird. Why would you have a pet spider?" But she likes it because it keeps on growing very, very fast.
Little guy, we're gonna call you Sting. Hey, Mom.
The lights are glowing in the house tonight. Excitement's growing in.
Merci.
That's a very nice spider, that.
Yeah, and it's a classic movie setup. Slightly mildly dysfunctional family. She kind of doesn't get on with the stepdad. They've the granny who's get all the funniest lines. She's dementia, but she gets to all the one-liners. There's the evil building owner. All of this sort of stuff, all set up. Now, I watched
Yes.
this afternoon, and at the same time, we had a school in the cinema. So there was some staff there, and I walked out, and one of the girls said to me, she says, "Oh, was that a good movie?" And I had to go, "Well," and then she said, "Well, why are you smiling so much?" And I went, "Because I had so much fun watching it. Like, it is absolutely dumb, but or it's not. Maybe dumb is the wrong word because they know what they're doing. When
Yeah.
I was a young man, I've said this many times before. When I was a young man, long before any girls would talk to me and my friends, we used to go down to Extravision as was in Dublin. We rent some schlocky movie. It would be like vampires from Japan doing kung fu or whatever, or a movie like this, and we watch it and we'd love it. And that's what this is. And it's all the more fun in 2024 being on the big screen. Whereas, instead of direct to DVD, they know what they're doing. It's very much what's known as a genre pick. They're ticking the boxes. They're like, there's so many bits here. You go, well, that's Alien, and that's such and such a movie. But they know what they're doing. It's the classic thing of, oh, he loves me. She never turn on me. And you're, oh no, don't be saying that. We know where this is going. It's gory, but not too gory. It's yucky, but not too yucky. For some reason, everyone climbs through the vents because that's scarier. Straight out of Die Hard. Through the vent because it just makes it funny. It doesn't outstay its welcome. It's there about an hour and 25 minutes. It's just about right. There's all sorts of nonsense. There's a cute baby. There's a cute dog. Funny granny. All the one-liners. I really enjoy this, and I really didn't think I would because I just thought, as you know, I'm not crazy on horrors too. This is the sort of one I like. The same reason I liked Abigail a couple of months ago, because there's a real tongue in cheek. And yes, it is spiders. And in real life, spiders are our friends. We're very lucky to have spiders. But movie spiders, I will agree with people, are scary. And this movie spider is quite scary. But it's
All right. Okay.
I really
Okay.
enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it now.
Okay. Thumbs up. Now, when's that playing from?
That's opens tomorrow. So perfect, 16, 70-year-olds for bank holiday weekend or somebody else who just likes a good old silly fun horror. This is the one. Nothing too
Okay.
serious.
Right. When we thought
it was all over with Harry Potter. It's back in the same.
Well, you see, the thing is now things, you get to suddenly it's 20 years old and it's anniversary things, and people who were 10 and 12 when Harry Potter are out, they now have kids, they've read the books, they've probably even watched it on streaming and so on. But to see it in the cinema is something magical, and especially where, in my opinion, and that of Mark Kermode too, but I'm not copying him, I promise, this is where the Harry Potter series got really good in the films. The books were always good, and as they got darker as Harry got older. That was always the way. But I feel the first two films were all right. This was the first film that you went, oh, okay, this is different. This is dark. This is the one where Sirius Black, Harry's godfather, who was then locked up for helping to have Harry's parents killed. Now, I'm sure everyone knows the story. It's no spoilers here, but it's really good movie. It's kind of a standalone in the whole series to a certain extent. And you could even dive straight in. The movie's spectacular looking. It has some of the best characters that were ever in the Harry Potter series. And it's just tremendous fun. I think it's really good. And I think this will be really popular again, because I think it's a lot of people, it's their favorite movie. It's their favorite Harry Potter movie.
So it's a bit like Disney bringing back all the movies over that period.
Absolutely. And we, in a few years, possibly next year, we'll get the number 4 for 20 years. They're going to do them all. And building up to, there's a new TV series in Harry Potter world. So I think they're building up to that. So they're redoing it, but it's well worth a visit to the cinema for. I actually watched this again yesterday. It's still really good. It still holds up.
It holds up. Well, it definitely holds up on the big screen. And you have that running from when?
That opens tomorrow as well. Probably only stick around for a week, I would think.
Week,
these,
yeah.
They tend to be short releases when they re-release, but probably for a week. But it's good fun. It's good bank holiday fun. Maybe if they're a bit too young for Sting, but they're too old for the other movies we're talking about, this would be a good middle ground.
Okay. You got something new, Little Monsters.
Little Monsters. And this is for your very little... We've talked a lot about monsters, because I'm trying not to say who the monster is in Harry Potter. This is for the very young. This is under 6, under 5 even. And it's been around for a couple of years in different languages, and they've redubbed it. This is, look, all the big kids are doing stuff for the bank holiday weekend, or mum and dad have gone off for Rory Gallagher, and you're just looking for something to entertain. It'll be good bubblegum fun if you're under 6. It's full of colors and monsters, an invisible monster that only one girl can see, all that sort of stuff. It's perfectly fine, but if you're 10, you're gonna go, I'm not a baby. So so it's one of those. Very good.
Okay. Right, Misted Monday, you're bringing back that they may face the rising sun. And well, I've watched this movie. I watched it during the week with you, and I have to say, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this.
And it's weird because it's a Misted Monday, because about 2 weeks ago, my boss went, I think we're probably done with that. And I went, I don't think so. I think people still want to see it. And he goes, put it on Misted Monday in a couple of weeks. And we did. And it's still been playing the last couple of weeks because people have really wanted to see it. But I was kind of keen as well. It's on Bank Holiday Monday. And, hopefully the boss isn't listening. It gives me an excuse to show a movie like this for just a $5 on a Bank Holiday Monday. Because I know there'll be loads of people who are busy on the bank holiday, but to kind of ease off. And it is a quiet movie, isn't it, Seamie?
It is, yeah. Now, the movie is slow now, but do you know what? All I'd say about the movie is when you come away from it, it leaves you with lots of memories and thoughts of things that you knew in your lifetime or whatever.
Yeah, thinking of people that are not here anymore, and a way of life in some ways they're not here. Yeah. Even the fact, look, some things are great. The fact I'm able to do this from Bundoran and Zoom with you. The fact that my mobile phone went off while we were talking and somebody's ringing me, annoying me. Nobody does that in That They May Face the Rising Sun. Once you clock off work, you're left alone till you go back the following Monday, aren't you? And it's a whole about not only as the pace of life different, even then the pace of life in Leitrim compared to the pace of life in London or Dublin was a huge difference. It's a huge difference. And, the joy in the quiet life and what's important in life is living an uneventful but happy life better than having all the razzmatazz and jazz hands, but maybe not having peace. And I suppose it's something we're still talking about today.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And of course, the movie, a lot of it was shot between around Kinloch, between
Yeah,
Kinloch and
Glenade,
Glenade and all that.
etc. We were
And
playing spot the place because sometimes you
yes,
go, I think that's where it
I
is,
think I
but I'm
know where
not.
that is.
And of
Yeah,
course, they're very clever. They add in just a little bit, or maybe they put in a little bit of a new tree there, which is fake, just to cover the satellite dish and so on. So it kind of puts off the prospect. But I just thought it was a beautifully shot movie. And as you said, it really takes its time over things. It's not a slow movie, but it's a slow moving movie.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they're showing that kind of the pace of life and how to do things the old ways.
yeah,
Some were better, some not so better. And how things were. And funny, when we were all talking about it, it was me, you, and Val Robus, who was kind enough to come up and see us. We were chatting about it. All of us had stories. I'm from Dublin. She grew up in the UK, coming back home, and you, of course, are from here. And we all grew up in a different places, but we all had a version of this story, didn't we? We all
yeah.
had the old people in our life that we visited or we knew, and that's what was. It's amazing how all our unique stories are also gathered together. It meant something to all of us.
Oh yeah, can't recommend this enough, folks. You have to go see this. You have to. That is that they may face the rising sun. Great movie indeed. Right, that's about our lot.
That's
Anything
it.
else?
Yeah, well, Bad Boys is coming out, and it's actually coming out on Wednesday. So we really should be talking about it then. But I haven't seen it, and we will be talking about it loads on Thursday. So Bad Boys 4, they don't want to call it Bad Boys 4. However, it is called Bad Boys Ride or Die, which works in almost every country in the world except Ireland. So we should call it Bad Boys 4 next week. What do you reckon?
I think so. Bad Boys
Yeah, it's
4.
probably for the best. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, enjoy the bank holiday weekend and enjoy the movies. We'll talk to you back here next Thursday.
Bye.